Welcome to Breaking News to Trading Moves. We got a really interesting story today coming right out of the AI chip market. It's demanding some attention. We're talking about Nvidia, that's ticker NVDA, making a pretty substantial $5 billion investment in Intel, INTC. And it's, not just about the money. There's a whole multi-year plan here. They're planning to co-develop AI infrastructure and PC chips together.
Yeah, that's right. And this kind of thing, this sort of partnership, especially in AI, where everything moves so incredibly fast, it definitely sends signals. It doesn't just happen quietly. You're going to see effects across the tech world hitting different market players.
Exactly. So that's what we want to dig into today. What are the direct implications? What does this really mean for these companies, their rivals, and I suppose the future of AI itself?
Right, because in this AI space, it's so competitive. A strategic link-up like this, it's way more than just the dollar figure. It's about grabbing key positions, shaping where the market goes next. It's a really powerful move, actually. It could change some of the dynamics we're used to seeing.
Okay, good way to put it. So let's get into the core of it then. Nvidia puts $5 billion into Intel, but like you said, it's more than just cash. It's a multi-year plan focused on building stuff together, AI infrastructure, PC chips. It sounds like a real strategic team-up.
The thinking behind it is pretty interesting from both sides. For NVIDIA, look, it's not just investing for fun. It's strategic. They want to broaden their reach, get into different hardware areas, lock down key components they need for their whole AI ecosystem. Think supply chain stability long-term.
Okay, that makes sense for NVIDIA.
And then for Intel, this is huge validation. Someone like NVIDIA betting on their roadmap, especially around foundry services, advanced packaging, pumps in capital, sure, but also expertise. It helps Intel's whole revitalization push. Really, it's about two giants using their specific strengths together, doing something maybe they couldn't do as well alone.
Yeah, that difference between just handing over cash and actually building things together seems key here. All right, so let's talk about who wins. There are always winners in these deals. Who are the main beneficiaries? Intel, INTC first. They get $5 billion straight up equity capital. That's big. But what else? Beyond the balance sheet.
Well, the $5 billion is obviously significant. It really helps support their balance sheet while they're pouring money into new fabs and tech. But the deeper thing is the validation. NVIDIA, the leader in AI, putting its stamp of approval, basically, on Intel's strategy. It signals confidence in Intel's x86 chips, their plan to become a major contract manufacturer, their foundry service ambitions, and things like Foveros and EMIB, their advanced packaging tech. So this investment kind of directs future demand right into those core areas for Intel, strengthens them technologically and with customers.
Right, and NVIDIA, NVDA themselves, they're not just being generous here. What's in it for them strategically?
For NVIDIA, it's about making their position stronger and opening up new product paths. They get a really strong second-source supplier and a co-design partner. That means they're not just relying on one place for vital parts. That's huge for supply chain stability, for AI data centers, and for this emerging AI PC market.
Okay.
And beyond that, it opens up possibilities for custom by 86 combined with RTX graphics systems. These integrated designs could work alongside their current stuff, letting them tailor solutions maybe more specifically for certain AI jobs or business needs. Expands their reach without having to build an x86 CPU from scratch.
Sounds like a smart play for more control and wider market access for NVIDIA. Okay, what about other companies? How does this affect, say, builders of AI systems, like Supermicro Computer, ticker SMCI?
Oh, Supermicro is potentially in a great spot. A wider Nvidia-Intel AI offering. That means more server reference designs for Supermicro to work with. These designs are like blueprints for optimized servers, super important for deploying AI fast. So this variety helps them keep growing their high-mix AI racks, those specialized servers for different AI tasks. They serve both big companies and cloud providers. More options from Intel and NVIDIA means Supermicro can meet more customer needs with tested, top-performing systems.
Okay, makes sense. And a big OEM, Dell Technologies, where did they fit in?
Dell is definitely a likely beneficiary. As a top maker of AI servers and workstations, they get access to these new, optimized NVIDIA Intel platforms. So that lets them expand their enterprise offerings, their SKUs, giving corporate clients more AI-powered choices. Plus, these new platforms could speed up how often businesses refresh their AI PCs. Better, faster AI PCs mean more upgrades, driving sales for Dell.
Got it. And one more for the winner's circle, memory. What about Micron, ticker 1MU?
Yeah, memory is crucial here. More AI servers, more powerful PCs. That directly means more demand for things like high bandwidth memory, HBM, which AI chips need a lot of, and also more standard DRAM per machine. So you see more memory content in each system overall. That, combined with the high performance needed for AI, tends to give memory makers like Micron better pricing power, a clear positive.
Okay, so we've painted a picture of the potential winners, but, big moves like this always shake things up. Some companies face more pressure. Let's flip the coin. Who are the challengers here? Who might find this deal makes life tougher? What about a direct rival like AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, ticker AMD?
Yeah, AMD definitely feels the heat here. A tighter co-designed Nvidia-Intel stack. That puts pressure on AMD's position. Think about their CPUs and their Instinct GPUs for AI data centers and AI PCs. This alliance could make it harder for AMD to keep their attach rates high, getting customers to buy both their CPU and GPU. And it could make it tougher to win spots in new system designs. It just makes the competition even fiercer for AMD.
Right. And shifting to AI PCs again, what about Qualcomm, QCOM? They've been pushing into that space with ARM-based chips.
They have, and these new Intel Nvidia by 86 AI PC chips could, well, potentially slow down the momentum Qualcomm's been building with Windows on ARM laptops. Qualcomm's had some success with their Snapdragon X series, but a strong by 86 alternative from Intel, boosted by Nvidia's AI tech. That might limit Qualcomm's market share gains. It could also dampen some of the enthusiasm around the software ecosystem for ARM on Windows and those premium laptops. Intensifies that battle.
And speaking of ARM, what about the wider ARM ecosystem in PCs? ARM Holdings itself, ticker RARM?
Well, an by 86 focused AI PC effort, especially one with Nvidia's backing and investment, could slow down ARM's progress in capturing PC market share, at least in the near term. By 86 has been dominant for so long. While ARM has made gains, this partnership might make PC makers less eager to switch away from familiar by 86 designs. It kind of reinforces the existing platform with fresh investment and innovation, potentially helping by 86 maintain its lead in AI PCs.
Interesting dynamic. What about the companies that actually make the chips, the foundries and packaging services, like Global Foundries, GFS?
Intel becoming a stronger player in custom silicon and packaging, especially now being more aligned with Nvidia. Yeah, that could mean fewer opportunities for global foundries. As Intel gets seen more as the go-to for advanced AI-related projects, maybe leveraging that integrated Nvidia connection, customers might lean towards Intel. So global foundries could face stiffer competition for those advanced manufacturing deals.
Okay, and one last area, high-speed networking and data centers. Marvell Technology, MRVL.
Right, networking. NVIDIA's been pushing its own NVLink technology hard, their way of connecting GPUs super fast. They also have their own internal roadmap for interconnects. As NVIDIA develops and integrates more of its own networking stuff, it could reduce the need for third-party AI networking silicon. That potentially limits the growth opportunities for companies like Marvell, who are big in high-bandwidth data center fabrics. NVIDIA might just prefer its own integrated solutions more and more.
Wow, okay, so this really drives home that this Nvidia-Intel deal isn't just, two companies shaking hands. It's a major strategic play. It seems set to create real advantages for some, but also real hurdles for others across AI and tech. Really shows how complex the competition is.
Absolutely. It's a perfect example of the kind of strategic chess game that goes on constantly in the tech industry. Companies form these alliances not just for quick wins, but to push innovation faster, reduce risks, and keep their edge in markets that change so quickly. It's all about looking ahead, positioning for what's next.
So as AI just keeps expanding, it makes you wonder, what other surprising team-ups or maybe even fiercer rivalries are we going to see shape tech and the market next? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on Breaking News to Trading Moves. And just a reminder for everyone listening, please remember the information presented in this discussion is purely the opinion of the author. It is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy or sell any securities.